All right, today we got a 2014 Chevy Malibu 2.5 liter with a P0171 lean condition. So I went through all my fuel trim numbers, looked at the scanner, looked at the freeze frame information. Everything I seen just made me suspect a vacuum leak. Mass airflow numbers looked good, nothing was erratic. I could tell it was definitely lean, the oxygen sensor numbers were correct. So long story short, I just kind of started poking around and looking for vacuum leaks. What I found is the intake manifold bolts have actually loosened up. This is the first one I've had on a 2.5 that has done this, but it actually felt tight. I've had them before where they actually physically feel loose like the manifold. But the easiest bolt to get to is there's one right here and another one right down through here. I could literally take my socket and just spin it by finger to tighten up those bolts. So they're pretty loose. I tightened up those two. What I'm gonna go do is go through all of them, re-torque them all, and then look at my fuel trim numbers, see how they look. At that point, I'm sure everything will be good at that point, but I'll leave it up to the customer. Does he wanna go ahead and pull the manifold, change the gaskets, or leave it as is? In my experience, I'd say 80% of the time, like on the GM42 engines, it does the same thing. The manifolds loosen up. If you just go through and re-torque them, they're fine. The lean code's gone, everything's good. So this will be the first time doing it on this one, so we'll test it. I'm gonna re-torque all those bolts and then recheck my numbers, but that is definitely our problem. Our only question now is, do we go ahead and pull the manifold, replace the gaskets, or just go ahead and re-torque them? We'll start off with re-torquing them and see how that does. Again, this is a 2014 Malibu with the 2.5 liter and the P0171 lean code. So if you guys have that code, check your intake manifold bolts. Thanks, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep it saucy.